Hi, my name is Jason, and this is my vlog called Living with CMT. I hope you enjoy. Hi, folks. It's Sunday evening, and it's 5 o'clock. I'm just watching the FA final at the moment between AFC Fylde and Leighton Orient. It's okay. It's coming up to half time now. It's still 0-0, but it's not too bad. Didn't do a video yesterday. I wasn't feeling brilliant. I was having quite a low day again. Seemed to be happening quite a lot, but I can explain why I'm low today. Today, 10 years ago to the very day, my dad passed away. Now, he hadn't been exactly ill. He wasn't sort of, struggling with an illness that we knew was going to take him. He died very suddenly. It was a massive, massive shock to us all, me and my two sisters especially, and his wife, who's now since passed away. And it hit us hard. It hit us all hard, me and my sisters. Me and Mandy were lucky. Lucky. We spent the last few hours with him because he was in a coma and he was completely unconscious, didn't even know we were there. Well, I like to think he did know we were there, but we actually sat with him while he passed away. And it's one of the most moving and poignant things I've ever done in my life. And it doesn't seem 10 years since I said goodbye to him. I still want to ring him up. I still want him to ask how me and Deb are. I still want to talk to him about football. He was not a perfect dad by any stretch of the imagination. He wouldn't have won Dad of the Year, but he'd have won my Dad of the Year every single time. He taught me a lot about life. He really did. He wasn't always there for me, don't get me wrong, because my mum and my dad split when I was only just over 10, basically, about 11 maybe. I can't even remember, to be precise. But he tried to be there for me. We had a bit of a fallout, but that was just a father-son thing, and it was all sorted well before he passed away, bless him. And I've got a lot of good memories with him. I've got memories to do with my childhood, which I'll never forget. He taught me to fish. He also taught me anger management. Sorry, that's funny because he used to get really, really angry at me because I used to mess up my reels when I was fishing. I used to get line tangled all inside them, and it was very frustrating for him. But he showed patience. He got angry, but he still showed patience. And I get angry now, and I think I might have my dad's temperament. The one thing I will say is he had a bad stomach disorder, which I think I've inherited because I've got exactly the same problem. So, but I don't watch it for him. I don't hold it against him. Like I said, he was a fantastic dad in that respect. He always told me to look out for number one. He always said that I was the most important thing in my life. And obviously, when I was with Deb, me and Deb were the most important things. He always used to say that. And I used to think, well, it's a bit selfish, that. But I've come to realise it's true. It's right. There's no point keeping everybody else happy if you're not happy in your own life, with your own partner or whatever, or on your own. You've got to make sure you're happy first. You can't please everybody. And the important thing is to please yourself first. Make sure that you're happy, and then you can help others. I went through the wrong way of doing things. I used to try and help people out all the time at my own expense. And I have learned from my dad, definitely, that you can't always do that. You can't keep everybody happy all the time. The other thing I remember going on holidays with him. By the way, I'm sorry, but this video is mostly about my dad. It's my way of talking about him and getting it off my chest because I do feel quite emotional today. I feel quite moving. I mean, it doesn't seem 10 years since he's passed away, and it's just still massive. They say that, after a while you sort of accept it, but I still can't because he was taken at 61, and that's no age. For me, that was no age, I'm only 15 years off that myself, so it's not an age. 61 isn't these days. 91, I'd have said, okay, fair enough, he's had a good innings. But 61, he still had so much more to give. He really did. And like I said, whenever I wanted him, he was there. He never pretended he wasn't. He never didn't answer the phone if I rang. Whenever I went down to Stoke, he always wanted to see me. He never used an excuse. And yeah, he was great. He was great. One thing I did do, and I made myself promise this, was that after he'd passed away, I tried to work out what I could do for a contribution towards his funeral. And I read out his eulogy. And me being me, thought, okay, maybe 40, maybe 30, 40 people there. Now, the church was on Swanbank in Burslem, and it was crammed to the rafters. and I'd never seen anything like that for one man in my life. Not a famous man, you know. Obviously, if it's a famous person, you expect there to be millions of people and thousands of people. But this is my dad, and the church was jam packed full. It really was. They were in the pews. They were around the back of the pews. Every seat was taken, literally. And I was standing there in front of these people, and I couldn't believe it. You know, it was only then it sort of hit home how respected and loved and well liked my dad was. You know, he was really well liked. He was a semi-professional dart player. He played for Staffordshire County. He also taught me how to play darts, which I had to give up about a year ago because of my condition. But I used to love playing against him. I have only ever beat him one game out of about 200. So, you know, but I've had some good games of darts with my dad. He's beat me a fair few times, but I used to get my revenge because I was good at pool. So if he beat me 10-1 at darts, I beat him 10-1 at pool. So, he bought me my first drink when I was 18, which was really nice. He actually took me out because he was living at the time with his new wife. Obviously, I was at my mum's. And he invited me down, and I went down. And he just literally got his coat on and says, "Come on," and took me up the pub and bought me my first pint as an 18-year-old. You know, as a proper legitimate 18-year-old, he bought me my first one. So I sucked a pint of ale with him, which was nice. And about 9 months before he passed away, we were down in Stoke, and him and his wife and me and Deb went out for an absolutely wonderful meal at a place called Pastiche in Hanley. And we had a lovely meal. We had a fantastic time, a great laugh. We all ended up a few sheets, shall we say, to the wind. But it was a really, really fantastic night, and I've always got that memory. And I've got the pictures of it as well, because you can't have too many pictures. I'm sorry, you know, you can't have too many pictures because one day, heaven forbid, I might forget who he was. You know, through no watch to my own, you know, health-wise, I could end up with something which will stop me remembering him. But I'll always have those pictures, you know. Those pictures are with me forever. And I know a lot of people have lost parents. I'm not saying that I'm unique. I've lost a lot of relatives over the years through cancer mostly. And it doesn't get any easier, you know. I mean, like I said, I'm 46 and I've said goodbye to most of my aunties and uncles, which is a bit of a shocker because obviously when you're growing up, you think they'll always be there. And we were a very close family when I was growing up, and I mean really close. We used to have some massive parties, and my Auntie Pauline used to organise parties in Newcastle town centre that were absolutely amazing. You know, there was literally 100 to 200 people in one room, which for my family was a good spread. It was really good. I've got a busy week coming up. I am having a drink to my dad later, but it's a bit early at the moment, but I'm having a pint for him later. And if you do the same for me, I would be grateful. If you could just have a tipple for me and toast my dad, Ken Cotton. I've actually carried on with his name because my name is Jason Kenneth Cotton. Well, I've actually called Jason Kenneth Victor Cotton. And in case you're wondering and it's going to start laughing, Kenneth is after my dad, and Victor is after my mum's dad, my granddad Cotton. Sorry, my granddad Pinches. So I've got my dad's name and my granddad's name in my name, which I'm proud of. It was a bit of a shock when it came to the wedding because nobody knew my full name until it was read out at my wedding, and a lot of people were kind of looking at each other, going, "Who's that?" And it's me. I am JKVC, or now I am JKVSC, because I decided to take on a double-barrel surname, and I am now Skin Cotton because obviously my wife was Deborah Skin. So yeah, this week, tomorrow we're in town. We've got a lot of stuff to sort out because obviously on Friday we go down to Stoke. We see our good friends Ian and Pauline, and then on Saturday my sister gets married. On Sunday, hopefully we might see them, Ian and Pauline again for a couple of hours, and then we come back at about 5 o'clock on Sunday. We've got us friends who are house sitting for us and watching the dog, which is very good. So yeah, we're looking forward to it because believe it or not, me and Deb actually worked it out the other day. We've been at a situation where we've never actually been away together, just us two on our own, since 2001 stroke 2. And that was the last time. So it's been 17 years. And what we're going to do, we're going to see how we get on at this weekend away, because how easy it was to book a coach and book a Premier Inn. And if we enjoy it, we're going to start doing it. We're going to start seeing more of the country. We're going to go away for weekends, you know, explore some of the country, because to be honest with you, I haven't seen that much of it. And I've never been abroad either, so that's a big thing I want to sort out in my life before I can't. Obviously, when I get back on the Sunday, the following Thursday, I've got my PIP medical to look forward to. Second time round. Hopefully this time there'll be no 2-hour delay because, like I said, I can't sit for 2 hours. No chance. I didn't watch the Eurovision Song Contest last night. I know that we came bottom, but I expected us to. And somebody pointed something out and said that our performance wasn't extravagant like the rest. Well, that's probably because we know we haven't got a cat and mouse chance of winning it. So why on earth spend the money on it? Because it's all political. It's nothing to do with singing. It's nothing to do with singing. If you saw the songs that finished above the UK, you would not say the UK's was the worst song on the night. No chance. But we haven't got any neighbours, see. We haven't got any neighbours. We don't border any other country. So nobody can vote for us, and nobody will. Because if you notice the voting, most of it's pally-pally with the border countries that they know, and all that sort of stuff. Part and parcel. Eurovision isn't what it used to be, when Bucks Fizz and that were in it. And we had some really good songs and good winners because then it was about the song and about the performance. It's not about that now, it's about politics. And it's going to get even worse once Brexit kicks in and we are left because, we're going to look like traitors. Even though we're doing it for the right reasons, we won't look as if we are, which is a bit bored, really. I saw yesterday the FA Cup result. I actually said 4-0 or 5-0 before the match started, so I knew it was a farce, complete farce. You've got a team that's a multi-billion team. They've got a billionaire owner. He can buy players whoever he wants. There's nobody out of his price range. He can buy whatever he wants, and basically they're just buying the league. Chelsea did it years before. They just had a rich owner come in, buy all the players they wanted, and they were winning the league left, right, and centre. You know what I mean? Then another rich person comes in and buys another club, and they'll do the same. The only one I've got any credit for is Leicester City, because Leicester City actually won the Premier League with Vardy out. They didn't have a multi-billion-pound owner. They're just Leicester City, and they proved that just by playing football, decent football, they won the league. I'm expecting Liverpool to be up there again next year. Whether we'll win it or not, I don't know. It just depends what sort of start to the campaign we have. We play Man City in the Charity Shield. I saw that much, and that should be an interesting game. I'm just hoping we can win the Champions League. But to all you Tottenham fans out there, I'm not going to say, I hope Tottenham lose. I don't hate Tottenham. I like watching Tottenham play. They're a bloody good team. And to see Liverpool against Tottenham is going to be interesting because it's going to be one of them games where I won't want anybody to get hammered. I just want a really, really good game of football. And whoever wins, I hope they win from the merit of playing good football. And if Tottenham win, fair dues. I'm not bitchy or moany about that sort of stuff. Tottenham and Liverpool, both good football teams. And to see them both in a final together is fantastic. And it's fantastic for England, that we've got 2 in the Champions League. It's fantastic for England that we've got 2 in the Europa League. I don't think we need to sign many players, Liverpool, over the summer. I think our defence is fantastic. We might need another left back because I think Alberto Moreno's on about leaving. And Adam Lallana might go back to Southampton. He's done all right since he came, Lallana has. I've got nothing against him. But I just think that, we've got a good enough team. If Mane doesn't leave, Salah and Firmino, we've got a bloody brilliant front three. And the Sturridge in reserve and Origi in reserve, because we've got 4 competitions next year again. We've got Champions League. And if we win the Champions League, this is what I like. If we win the Champions League, we've also got the World Super Cup, haven't we? The one I think we play in, is it December or November or something? The World Club Cup, sorry. So, it's going to be interesting football-wise. But the last word has to go for me dad. And I've read this poem out before, but I'm going to read it out again. It's a poem I wrote especially for me dad. And I hope you enjoyed. Again, I'll say it's a tribute to me dad. I wrote it about him, and it still rings true to this day, and it's called Becoming. I don't drink lager, I prefer beer. I'm getting more wrinkles with each passing year, and when I see all the crow's feet, I shed a tear. Oh no, I'm turning into my dad. My favourite drink is a nice cup of tea. Match of the day is my Saturday night TV. I've started saying what will be, will be. Oh no, I'm turning into my dad. The brown in my hair is fast becoming white. I get really cold on a winter's night. I sometimes watch sport just to see if there's a fight. Oh no, I'm becoming my dad. I spend more time with my family these days. I want to fill each hour in 100 different ways. I'm so far behind with today's latest craze. I'm definitely becoming my dad. So I look in the mirror to see him smiling back. Though he's no longer here, he keeps me on track. I wish in my heart I could have him back. I smile. I'm becoming my dad. Cheers, Dad. Hi, I hope you enjoyed the vlog, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up and a like. Thank you very much. And if you like what you saw, you can subscribe by clicking there. And if you want to see what I did yesterday, you've just got to click up there. Bye for now.